Hello everyone and welcome to WesterosCraft Vlogs. I'm your host Kobe, and today we will be having a look at House Wells of Dorne. The poll on last week's episode was pretty close. A lot of people voted for House Wells and Parchments, but Wells had around 5% more votes. We don't have a map today for House Wells because it's basically just one little area in the desert. So there are no roads or everything, so there wasn't really need of a map. House Wells is built around an oasis, so there are basically three parts to it. On the eastern side we have the town, on the western side we have the castle, and on the north and south side of the oasis there are fields and food production like lime trees and all sorts of food products. And now we'll start to walk. So we are starting here in this lookout tower. We can look around us and we see nothing but desert apart from House Wells here. We'll go down and have a look in the town. No, not going this way. I'll go through here. We can have a look at this nice back garden before we go into the actual town. Some nice greenery in the middle of the desert. Just go through this person's house. I have a little stall here to sell candles. Oh, and these are the gallows where they hang people. Oh, and a red lantern. I don't think we have been in a brothel yet in one of my WesterosCraft Vlogs areas, so here's a quick look inside one. We'll move forward to the marketplace. They've got quite a few stalls here. Nice market area in the middle of the town. And oh, this is the inn. Looks like quite a big inn, also in the center of the town. I suppose a lot of travelers do come here because it's the only place you can really rest in this area of Dorne. It's all desert around us. Now we're coming up to the actual oasis, and in the middle of it we have a statue to the crown, and that ties into the history of the house, which I will talk about while we're having a nice little stroll through these fields. So the ancestors of House Wells weren't actual Dornish men. They were exiled from their own lands, so they went to Dorne to look for a new place to settle. House Wells has a close connection to the fate of the Seven, and legend has it that while the ancestors were walking through the deserts, they were about to succumb from exhaustion. But then the crone led them to this oasis, where they made a vow to take care of every exhausted traveler that comes past here. And that's why there is the big statue of the crone in the middle of the oasis. And we've arrived at the castle. We'll have a look inside. It's a decent sized castle. Quite nice. And I'm going to our first stop in the castle. It is located in the center of it, and it's the Sept. That's again because of their close connections to the fate of the Seven that they put it in the center of their castle. And they've got these nice big statues to represent the Seven. And now we'll go down and have a look at the crypts. It is pretty dark in here. This is the room, the dissection area I suppose it's called, where they examine the body when it's dead, and these are the hallways of the tombs where all the members are buried, all the members of House Wells. This is only one small part of it. There's another hallway over there. But there's also a House Wells in the north of Westeros. But it's not really sure if the House Wells of the north is connected to the House Wells of Dorne. We've arrived in the great dining hall. This looks really pretty. We've got the arches on the side and the roof's pretty nice. I'll have a look on the Lord's dais. Got a nice view from here. Okay, and we'll head over to the Lord's Tower now. Just go through this hallway and we come to the audience chamber. They've got a nice pond in here. I think that's a nice touch, especially for a house in Dorne. We'll go up. And this is a little storage area. We've got a little look from above here. And we'll head up another floor. They've got a nice balcony here, overlooking the desert and the oasis as well. The town in the distance. Now this is, I think, one more floor up is the Lord's Chamber. Here I imagine we have some important rooms as well. This one looks like a septon or a person of the faith. And we won't go that way yet. We'll go there in a bit. We'll go up another floor again. Here are the stairs. And this is where the important bedrooms are. You can see the big beds with the canopy on top. Big rooms. There's another one. And they have an outside dining table. A little private dining table for the Lord and his family. We have a great look of the castle on this side. And there's only one more floor up on top, and that is the Lord's solar, where he does all his important documentation and Lord stuff. Now we'll head to where I didn't go before, and here are the siege weapons. In case there is a siege, they have this catapult here and scorpions. I think these are scorpions, so I think that's what it's called. And we go in this tower. Got some normal rooms here. Nothing special about these. We'll go down and see what's there. A little vault, a little lobby area, and I think down here is where the dungeons are. Maybe one more floor down. I think it's one more floor down. Yeah, here they are. Only two. They don't really need that many, I suppose. They're not that big of a house. We'll go back up to where we were. And I think this is where we came in, right? Yeah, pretty. Oh, and I think this is the Maester's chamber. So that means the rookery isn't far. Oh, this is pretty nice. It looks like the Maester's kind of rooftop garden. It looks really lovely. Got a lot of space on the roof, so you might as well use it as a little garden, where the Maester grows his little herbs and everything to make medicine. So that means on top here will be the rookery. And that marks the end of the episode. We'll have a little look around the rookery first, and I think there's a big yeah, there's a really nice view here of everything. I will now go over the options in the poll for next episode. You can vote by clicking on the I button on the top right of the screen. The first option is the new one. Stone Door is a ruined wall castle, and it is the 5th castle along the wall when you count from the west. The second option is Housed Rocks. It is a noble house from the Westerlands, and it is located around a small bay. The last option is House Penrose of Parchments, and they're located in the northern Stormlands at Shipbreakers Bay.